When we choose privacy, we choose to listen to the subtle messages our soul is trying to share. In private moments, we have the opportunity to align our heart and mind with our truest desires. The more we embrace privacy, the more we allow ourselves to heal and grow into who we are meant to be. Our private thoughts are like threads weaving the fabric of our future. Gathering in privacy is a sacred act, one that helps us nurture our inner peace and emotional well-being. In the solitude of privacy, we can unravel the knots in our minds and find clarity in the stillness. Privacy grants us the space to hear the whispers of our heart without distraction. In the privacy of our thoughts, we discover the truth behind our emotions. When we gather in privacy, we allow ourselves to be vulnerable without fear of judgment. It is in these private moments that we come to understand the depths of our own soul. Privacy is where we find the courage to express what we've kept hidden for so long. Within the silence of privacy, we often hear the loudest truths about ourselves. In private, we become the architects of our own healing, one thought at a time. A private moment is a sanctuary for our emotions, a place where they can be felt freely. The most beautiful transformations happen when we choose to be alone with our thoughts. In the privacy of solitude, our minds can rest and our hearts can heal. We find peace in the privacy of our thoughts, where we could simply be without expectation. Privacy is the key to unlocking the mysteries within us that we've yet to fully understand. The private space within our minds is where we find the answers we've been searching for. When we gather in private, we create the sacred space necessary to process our feelings. Our thoughts and emotions are like unspoken poems, best understood when shared in privacy. In the quiet of private moments, we reconnect with the person we are beneath all the layers. What we think in private shapes the world we create, even if no one else ever knows. Privacy allows us to release the burdens of the world and focus solely on our inner peace. The power of privacy lies in its ability to give us clarity without outside interference. A moment in private is a moment to rediscover our true selves, free from distractions. In private, we give ourselves permission to heal, reflect, and transform at our own pace. It is in solitude that we often uncover the most profound truths about who we are. The most honest thoughts arise in private, where the noise of the world fades into silence. In private, we find the space to embrace both our darkness and our light. Our emotions speak in whispers in private, telling us stories we may never have known. Privacy allows us the time to nurture ourselves emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. A private space is where we can hear the call of our soul without any external influence. In solitude, we rediscover the power of our own voice and the beauty of our inner world. Our truest thoughts emerge in private moments, revealing parts of us we never knew existed. In the quiet of privacy, we let go of who we think we should be and embrace who we are. Privacy is where we can fully understand the complexity of our emotions without rushing to conclusions. Our inner world is shaped by what we think and feel in private, away from the eyes of others. The gift of privacy is the opportunity to re-examine our thoughts and align them with our purpose. In private, we can strip away the noise and reconnect with what truly matters. Gathering in privacy is like gathering the scattered pieces of our hearts and minds into one. When we give ourselves the space of privacy, we unlock the potential to grow beyond our limitations. In privacy, we find the courage to explore our vulnerabilities and transform them into strengths. The most honest reflections are born in the quiet corners of our private moments. Our private thoughts are like seeds of possibility, waiting for the right moment to bloom. In the privacy of solitude, we become the writers of our own story, choosing each chapter carefully. Gathering in private allows us to be present with our emotions, understanding them without haste. A private moment is where we reconnect with the deepest part of ourselves, without fear of judgment. In the sanctuary of privacy, we become the explorers of our own hearts, discovering new paths of growth. Privacy is a gift, a space where we can pause, reflect, and move forward with clarity. In solitude, we find our most authentic selves, unburdened by the expectations of others. When we gather in private, we enter a sacred space where true transformation can begin. The true beauty of our thoughts and emotions emerges when we allow ourselves privacy to feel deeply. In private, we learn to trust ourselves, knowing that our feelings are valid and worthy of attention. In the silence of privacy, our hearts speak louder than words ever could. When we gather in private, we allow the rawness of our emotions to be seen without judgment. In the stillness of our thoughts, we find the clarity we need to move forward. What is whispered in privacy often holds the deepest truths of our souls. Our thoughts are a private sanctuary where we discover who we truly are. In the depths of solitude, we uncover the hidden treasures of our hearts. Sometimes, the most important conversations happen in the quiet corners of our minds. In private, we can shed the masks we wear for the world and reveal our true selves. Private moments are where we find the strength to face the challenges of life. Our emotions are often most raw and authentic when shared in a sacred, private space. Gathering in private gives us the freedom to express our deepest desires and fears. In private, we can unravel the complexities of our thoughts without fear of being misunderstood. Privacy is where vulnerability becomes strength and true connections are formed. The private moments we share with ourselves shape the paths we choose to walk. It is in the quiet of our private thoughts that we hear the loudest whispers of the heart. True intimacy is born in private spaces where words flow freely and hearts connect. When we gather in private, we create a space for healing, understanding, and growth. The deepest feelings are often too sacred to be shared with the world, but in private, they are free to flow. Our private thoughts are the blueprint for the life we are creating, even if no one else can see them. Sometimes, the most powerful conversations are the ones we have in solitude, with only ourselves to listen. In private moments, we confront our most intimate truths and discover the courage to face them. Privacy allows us to explore the hidden layers of our emotions without judgment. The heart speaks its truest language in the quiet of a private space. Gathering in private offers the gift of presence, where time slows down and emotions can be fully felt. The most profound insights often come in moments of solitude, where we gather our thoughts and feelings. In the privacy of our thoughts, we find the peace we seek amidst life's chaos. When we create space for privacy, we allow ourselves to experience life on a deeper level. Privacy is the key to unlocking the door to our innermost feelings and desires. In private moments, we reconnect with the essence of who we are, free from the noise of the world. Our thoughts and feelings are like a puzzle. Only in private can we piece them together. In private, we have the chance to clear the clutter of our minds and focus on what truly matters. Gathering in privacy helps us align our hearts and minds, creating a sense of peace within. In the stillness of privacy, we hear the whispers of our soul more clearly. What we feel in private often tells us more about who we are than anything else. In moments of privacy, we discover the power of reflection, helping us to understand the present. To gather in privacy is to grant ourselves the grace of self-reflection and emotional clarity. Private spaces allow us to confront our fears and desires with honesty and compassion. In privacy, we become more attuned to the subtle rhythms of our thoughts and feelings. The quiet moments of privacy are where true transformation begins. When we gather in private, we give ourselves permission to be vulnerable, and in vulnerability, we find strength. In private, we hold space for our emotions to unfold, understanding them more deeply with every passing moment. There is a quiet power in the privacy of our own thoughts, where we can grow without distraction. The best version of ourselves is often revealed in private, where we shed the weight of the world. In privacy, we find the courage to confront our innermost thoughts and feelings. The most profound healing often happens when we gather in the solitude of our own company. Through the lens of privacy, we can see our emotions more clearly and navigate them with grace. Our private thoughts are like seeds. They need the right space to grow and flourish. Privacy is where we find the freedom to express ourselves authentically without fear of judgment. In private moments, we can rest and recalibrate, allowing ourselves to rise stronger. When we gather in private, we allow the mind to rest, and in that rest, we find clarity. In the quiet of privacy, we unlock the door to our deepest desires and aspirations. Our private moments are like mirrors, reflecting the truths we often overlook in the rush of life. Gathering in private is an invitation to reconnect with the heart and rediscover what truly matters. It is in private spaces that we can safely explore the depths of our emotions and thoughts.